Again, I'm Ryan Groth with Follow Up Power, interviewing Greg Wallach, CEO and owner and president of Best Roofing down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, we just talked about playing what if and modeling out the comp plan. Really, really important. And the fourth step is identifying the sales objectives that you wish this individual to accomplish that matches up with the company. So we're going to identify those objectives. Now, why is this key, Greg? Like, just thinking about what compensation drives behavior. That's something you and I have talked about for a long time. You know, what kind of behavior we want them to perform is really what we want to talk about, is identifying those. Why do we need to do this?
Well, if you subscribe to the concept that compensation drives behavior, and I promise you that is the truth, okay? That's the way it works. If you're going to be compensating somebody for a behavior, you want to make sure that it's the right behavior. Mm-hmm. So let's say you want to grow sales, and you're going to have it's all about volume. Mm-hmm. and you know what your gross margin is. Then you're going to design it around a certain volume objective. If it's about gross profit, it's probably going to be a little bit different. If it's about opening up another territory, maybe you'll incentivize more in that territory than mm-hmm. if it's about a particular new product that you're rolling out. I've put together a list of 20 objectives that mm-hmm. you could want, and every time, and we don't have one compensation plan that fits everything. Sure. We have different compensation plans for different people, different territories, different product lines.
Totally.
So it's.
But the idea is we back into it. We're not right.
We always ask, what are we trying to achieve?
Right.
And then we make sure that we're going to design it around.
It's the difference between ready, fire, aim.
And ready, aim, fire.
Right.
Yeah.
So here I'm going to list these off, and this is going to be provided for you. It should be there in this exercise, but. Out of these 20, pick 4 or 5, okay? Greg, why don't you read them, since, this is...
All right. To retain existing customers and clients, you're going to want a farmer-type personality there. To find new customers or clients, that's where you want the hunters. Mm-hmm. To improve gross margins, to allow salespeople to control the selling price, and that they can earn a higher commission if they're bringing in more profits.
Or bonus.
Yeah. To promote cross-selling and upselling sometimes. To sell new major accounts. To reduce sales costs through the use of technology or training. Becoming a better pre-qualifier, knowing where to spend your time, where not to. Right. To pay salespeople in line or slightly more than your competitors. I really mm-hmm. believe that you want to have the best sales comp plan in the business if you're going to have this best sales program. Mm-hmm. Keep your plan simple. At the same time, don't make it so simple that it's going to drive certain behaviors at the expense of other behaviors that are important.
That's good.
Keep salespeople stretching towards achieving their personal goals. I like to have a program that says, okay, here's what I got for my goal, but if I got beyond my goal, I get that extra kicker.
What does that mean, right?
If
you hit 110,
if you really
120.
blow it out, what's that mean?
It's good.
So it doesn't cap somebody. Provide some level of security. There's some selling cycles are such that they're so long, somebody has to have the security that they're going to be able to mm-hmm. get that ball in the end zone.
And it's important to know that selling cycle, right?
Yes.
Is your construction department with your account managers? I mean, what's the selling cycle for your big jobs?
Our big jobs, it's 100 days. Our small jobs, it's 40 days.
Right.
Yeah.
So because of the Follow-Up Power program and having that data, you're able to back into it and kind of predict what somebody ought to be doing, which helps.
Yeah,
helps this conversation go much more smoothly. Right. Go ahead.
How to prevent sandbagging. Nothing is worse than being in a position where a guy can hold back and he sandbags for the next objective, unless you want him to be a sandbagger. To attract new salespeople. What if you were out recruiting and building a sales force? You want to have something that attracts new salespeople. That might have a certain way. Mm-hmm. If you've got territories, making sure that if somebody's working in one territory and they sell in another territory, what's that mean? if you want the program to just make your people feel good and to promote morale, there's ways to do that. If you have seasonality,
Right.
where certain times of the year, like, fortunately I live in sunny South Florida, but people up north.
I've been in Denver like a handful of times.
Yeah.
Those guys, it's very event driven.
I have a really good friend who's got a company in Pittsburgh, and they basically shut down for 3 months.
Right.
Nothing can get done. So,
Right.
he might want to have a program that kind of takes out those peaks and valleys.
Sure.
Something that you can motivate people to sell or promote new products, if that's what you're doing. You want to try to avoid constant restructuring. You really want to make sure you nail this, or if you have to modify it, that it's not perceived as a takeaway. Nothing kills sales morale more than a takeaway.
It's the worst.
And that's enough. That's enough.
Awesome.
But I encourage you, pick 4 or 5
Yep.
out of this, and then build your sales program around that.
Yep. You know what to do.